G'day YouTube, welcome to Greer's Great Aussie Adventures. I'm Ray, the blind traveller.
I'm Emily, the wife of the blind traveller.
I'm Isabel, the daughter of the blind traveller.
We've been travelling Australia since 2018 now. We've recently decided to share our travels with you guys. So sit back, relax, grab a pen and paper and plan that next holiday. Alright guys, g'day back. Oh, stuff that up. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video I just want to basically run you through everything we're going to be doing here in Bundaberg and the reason we took on this house set. The main reason we took it on was all the southern states are still in lockdown. So basically we just didn't want to have to sit around up here somewhere in the heat. We couldn't go south because of obviously lockdown. And there is a few things we want to do on the car. So we figured we might as well, we do love this house set, so we thought we'll do this again. Gives us somewhere to hide out for summer, gives us somewhere to build the car. It's an awesome couple that own this place. He's got a lot of tools there he lets me use and all that sort of stuff, so in that respect it's sort of the perfect place to do what we want to do. In talking about what we're going to do, so big plans. I think it's a bit ambitious to be thinking what I'm going to try and get done. But the most important thing is going to be a new tray and a new canopy. When we built this, the tray and canopy was very temporary. It was just to sort of get us back on the road. As you can see, the tray isn't full length. It's not full width. So I want to go to a full-size tray. So we're going to start, as you can see, I've already started stripping everything out of it. So go to a full-size tray. So it'll be 3 meters by 2100, I think it is. And then I want to bring the roof height down to sort of just above the cab height, and then we're going to have, I think heaps of people are doing it now, the lift up roof. I was going to go to a full pop top, but I've decided to go to like the 45 roof, so the roof will hinge on one side and lift up like a pop top would. And then inside basically we're going to keep the same layout, so this will be a full-time bed. Isabel's bed will be up top. Going to make a lot more room in here, go a lot lighter. This canopy it weighs a ton, so we're going to be cutting right down on weight. Basically everything other than the fridge slides, everything you can see will be gone. And yeah, it's just going to be massively transformed in the canopy and tray side of it. Water tanks will be going underneath. Basically still have the big drawers, but I'm going to redo the drawers out of aluminium. And then yeah, it'll have the TV and hot water system. I'm going to get another Truma hot water system for in there. It's basically going to be decked out to fully live in. So that's basically that side of it. Going to be a hell of a lot of work there. I want to make a roof console to put our UHF, a CD player, well that's sort of not a CD player, Bluetooth mod thing, so that way we can at least have some music in the cab. And I think it's time I'm going to actually soundproof the cab and put some flooring in it, because at present the whole cab's just bare steel, like there's no carpet or anything in there. So I think it's time I'm going to try and knock that over while we're here. That's another thing on the list. And then I want to, because this has still got the factory GM ECU in it, I want to go to an aftermarket intake manifold and throttle body injection system with an aftermarket ECU that I can tune it on the road. That way everything's tunable, everything's really easy to do, like, because as weather changes, your tune needs changing, all that sort of stuff, and with the factory ECU you just can't do it. So that's on the list. So that's another job. I've got to wire up the winch. Since we built this thing, the winch has never even been wired up yet, so that's got to be wired up. Throw some new shocks on it. I'll tell you a story. So the shocks on this we got in 2015. They're from Rusty's Off-Road in Alabama in the States. Now they're $16 a shock. Alright, that was, you heard right, $16 US per shocky. We got them in, like I said, 2015. It's done 3 Cape trips and driven all around the country. So the back ones are just starting to weep, so I figured while we're here, I'm gonna knock them over and get that done. But yeah, I know talking through it like that, it probably doesn't sound like a great deal, but yeah, it's going to be a lot to knock through. Definitely going to be busy. There's not really much on the van. I just want to get the new rims and tyres for the van and get a bit more offset on it. But the van's done, the van's set. But yeah, so I've just, over the last couple of days, I've just been pulling all the boxes out, all the drawers are out. I'm starting to pull the battery system and the power system out now, just so I can get it all, everything out that I'm going to reuse. The only thing that's going to be left is the actual canopy. It'll still be bolted to the tray with the guards and all the floor system and everything inside. And then I'm just going to throw it up on Facebook. I thought, you know, not so much as a tray for someone's car because it's far too big for most cars, but I tell you what, if you had a bit of time and built a quick little chassis for it and threw an axle under it like a trailer, I reckon it'd make the perfect camper trailer. Nice rooftop tent on top, fit it out inside. So if you're in the Bundaberg area and you like the look of it, keep an eye on our Facebook or shoot us a message, because it'd make a sick camper trailer. But yeah, so I'll take you along for the journey on this. Like I said, there's going to be a lot getting done. And then in the Bundy region, there's heaps we're going to be doing. There's a lot of beaches we're going to be going to. There's a lot of museums. You got the rum factories, soft drink factories. There's heaps of stuff within sort of 100, 200k of Bundy that we're going to be doing with you guys. So really hope you guys come along for the journey and sort of stick with us. Just sort of rough out this next couple of months of hardcore working. But yeah, so this video is basically just going to be on the car, pulling everything off, stripping it all back. But I'll just give you a look at the pot. You probably see in the videos how much stuff we have in there, but they're just the fridges we got set up there, so we still use them. But all this is all out of the back of the car. Everything here. It's not until you pull it out and stack it up like that that you actually realise how much crap you're really carrying. But yeah, so we'll keep pulling this apart for this video. Em's really excited, guys. Em's really looking forward to this bit of a build.
Totally.
But it was basically, what, 2 years ago, we pulled up for 4 months, 3.5 months, and built the Jeep. And then yeah, we hit the road, and then COVID happened. 12 months after that, COVID hit, so we built the van. Now COVID's still here and in lockdown down south, so we took a house sit again, and now we're going to build a new tray and canopy. So
seems to be our thing. So stay tuned for the next 12 months. Who knows?
Who's wanting to build next, right?
Who knows what's going to happen in 12 months?
There's going to be something else on the go. But yeah, so come along for the journey. Really hope you do. Like, just stick with us. You know, if the build side of it's not your thing, then still just stick with us for the things we're going to be doing in town.
Yeah, heaps, and not just in town, like in the district.
That's what I mean, in this area.
You've probably already seen
I did that in my rambling on.
Yeah,
but yeah, definitely stick with us.
A little bit of something for everyone.
And if you're into the build side of things, well, there's going to be a lot of that going on too. So
yep,
I'll keep going at it. Still nice and early, still nice and cool. Yeah. And I'll give you a look when I get some more gear off it. Alright guys, so it's afternoon now. Had a busy couple of days just pulling everything out of the canopy, but I don't know if you can see all the water plumbing, all the chargers, 12 volt, all the wiring, everything's all out of the canopy now. I'll give you a quick look at it. Here's where I was hanging. I should have grabbed the GoPro out before. It's just opportunities that she doesn't get on the road that she's learning here is mowing. So getting her used to driving a ride-on mower. So she's been buzzing around the yard all afternoon. So I'll grab the GoPro out next time she's doing it and give you a look at her driving her ride-on. But yeah, so all emptied out. I still got one more fridge slide. I'll show you why that's still there. But all the DC stuff's gone. All the water pipes, taps, water pump, everything's out of it. But yeah, so this side here, I can't take this fridge slide out because the bolts for it above the battery box. I can't take the battery box off until after grocery shopping tomorrow. And then I'm just going to strap the battery to the chassis for now so we can still drive it around with no tray. So that's the plan for this weekend, is basically, oh, that sun, I'll tell you. The tray will come off, canopy will come off. We're getting I'll just put this door down. Getting the first lot of steel for the actual tray delivered tomorrow. So I can go through what we're building. It obviously is out of steel because I don't want it too light and I want it to last. But yeah, so the first delivery of that steel will be tomorrow, which is just for the actual tray. I'll run through what we brought when it gets here. I think the first lot, including the $66 delivery, is 400 bucks. So we'll keep a tally of everything we spend for the whole tray canopy build. Most of the wiring will be reused, but if we do anything we buy, I'll keep tally of, so that way you can know what it all costed and if you want to do it yourself. But yeah, so all stripped out, ready for the weekend. So I'll give you a look once we get the tray and everything off it, but we'll be driving it around for a while with no tray, just until the new one gets finished. But I tell you what, with all that weight out the back of it, God, it's zippy. You gotta watch it, it just spins the tyres. But, oh, actually, yeah, here, look. Show them my picture. Is that the right way?
Yeah.
So there's basically my little schematic of the new canopy. Hopefully, you want to look at the back and see if it shows?
Oh, sure, I can do that for you. Yep, we might just zoom in just a tad, hey? There you go. Oh, yeah, you can bring that. There you go.
But yeah, so that's basically something I knocked up today so we could get basic measurements for the tray so we could order the steel. But that's basically what we're hoping to achieve, hopefully. Something we can fully live out of with that pop top so we can sit up in there when it's raining, be a bit more comfortable. But like I said, I'll give you a look when the steel rocks up and once we get the tray off. So we'll see you then. Well, we ended up getting the mower back out because Isabel really wanted to show you guys that she can drive a motor mower now. But she should pop around this corner any minute.
It's literally the best thing.
Yeah, she's so happy. I think it's a bit noisy. Still got to comprehend which way the grass shoots out of the mower as to which way she's going to go. So needless to say, she's chuffed, she's excited as. So all she wants now is some rain so the grass grows so she can actually mow. She actually caught on a lot quicker than I thought she was going to run me over then. But yeah, so now you've seen it, so she'll be happy that everyone's seen her drive a mower. And I'll see you when we get further on the Jeep. Oh, nice morning, guys. I think apparently we got a heaps of rain coming in the next week. But I just walk out of the van, and everyone will know from all our videos how I always get lost. So there's 2 acres here, and I've walked out and I can't find anyone. And so we started playing Marco Polo, and they're bloody out the front with the horses. Always out there with bloody animals. But today's the day, tray's coming off today. Sat in yesterday and pulled all the guards. I don't know if you can see under there, drop the fuel tanks. So all the fuel tanks are dropped down. It looks bloody weird without the guards. The new tray's going to be a lot lower because I'm not going to put those guards on. They weigh like 40 kilos. So I'm going to bring the new tray down a bit just to close that gap because it looks ridiculous. But yeah, pull all that out, water tanks out. Big gap in there now. But yeah, so I'll get in now and pull just the fuel hoses off the actual feed lines. And then I'll get into unbolting and rip the tray off. And then I just gotta, I just gotta dummy mount the battery and the fuel tank so it's still drivable. But I'll keep you posted through the day as we get the tray off. But yeah, so I'll go find Em. Isabel can do some more mower practice driving today. She's getting pretty good. She's starting to reverse a lot better. So I said to Em I might hook up the little trailer to it and get her starting to comprehend how to reverse the trailer so she can do the rubbish runs and everything as well. Where are ya?
We're out here.
See, they just run away from me, guys. No matter where I go, they just leg it. They run away. They're like the bloody horses.
Well, we have jobs to do, mate. We can't sit around all day waiting for you.
Waiting for me. I was watching bloody TV.
Exactly.
So you done the horses?
Yeah, they're out.
Oh, righto.
Well, you snooze, you lose.
We'll go out and say hello to the horses properly, because I do believe before I said that I'd give you a look at the horses properly. So I'll go out and say hello. Whether I know which is which, I'll have to wait and see, because to me they sort of both look the same. But tell you what, it's so much easier now just with the two. When they had the stallion before, you had to make sure you kept them separated. Jewel! That's Jewel. You see her pop her head up straight away. And then this is Jem, her daughter. Hey Jem, say hello. Oh, you don't like the camera. I noticed, so they've seen the camera a few times, but I noticed the horse out at Camberwell, since we've got the mic with the fluffy cat on top, they really don't seem to like it. But yeah, so that's the girls. Em loves them, so, well, Em loves anything, you guys know that. We're just waiting for the farmer to move the cattle from one paddock into the paddock behind us, and she can start patting the cows again. But she can't get attached to those ones because they're owned by a butcher shop, so they become dinner all the time. But yeah, so where are you now? And the chickens. See, buddy chicken. I'll show you little chickens. Is how old are these chickens?
The little ones?
Yeah.
They'll be 5 weeks tomorrow.
5 weeks tomorrow, these little ones. We had to make a kamikaze thing for the top yesterday because they were trying to get out. Oh, I nearly went over. Hopefully you can see them. But they're only tiny, them ones, so they still got to sort of stay in there. Because even yesterday the magpies were trying to attack these ones, and these ones are, how old are these ones?
Precious is 16 weeks.
16 weeks, and yeah, the magpies were still attacking them, so
Yes.
they'd end up destroying them other ones.
Alright, and then put her.
But yeah, so I guess I'll go start getting dirty and climb under the Jeep and undoing the tray.
Yep.
He doesn't like me.
The smell is not great with chickens.
As soon as they flap their wings, she shits herself and the bird goes.
Buddy, we got to do the little chicks now.
The little chickens.
Breakfast and water.
Isabel's excited as she went clothes shopping the other day with them and got a new wardrobe, so finally got to pick out all the clothes she wants, and because it's finally warm enough now. But down there in the cold it was just jeans and jumper every day, so she got to buy new clothes, so she's wrapped about that. But yeah, so I'll get into this and I'll see you soon when the tray's off. Alright guys, so update time. We had a big day yesterday. It's sort of supposed to be raining all week. Well, it's supposed to be raining now, but clearly not. But yeah, big day yesterday. We got the tray off, the tray canopy there, so that's going up for sale now. And then the Jeep looks naked, but I tell you what, drives like shit. It's so bouncy in the arse end, because obviously we've still got to use it to drop Isabel, because we've got her in school while we're here. So drop her off and that sort of stuff. I'll just show you the lights on the back, number plate on the back, make it legal. I just got to strap some guards on so that way it is actually legal to drive. And then one day this week we're going to take it in and put it on the weighbridge, see what it weighs without the tray and canopy. And then as we build the new tray we can compare the weights. But I tell you what, the old tray, I knew it was heavy. It was only a temporary tray. Like I said, I knew it was heavy, but I didn't realise it was as heavy as it friggin' was. Like, I'd probably put it at about 500 kilos, I reckon, that tray and canopy combo. So it'd make an awesome camper trailer. But the first lot of steel got dropped off today, so there's enough steel there to build the actual tray, the flat tray. Got a length of 40 by 40, length of 65-35, a couple of lengths of angle, a couple of lengths of 25-25 box, and a length of flat bar to make tray mounts with that and the angle and everything. The tray mounts, I'm just going to sort of make the same ones as the front. I'm just going to do that design all the way around rather than just the box section. But that's going to be the next couple of days, starting to cut all that up, tack it all together, and then Am's got a lot of welding to do. I've got Deepak coming out on the weekend. He's going to do a lot of the welding out, so Am will tack it all together, then Deepak will sit down and weld it all out over the weekend. So hopefully in the next week and a half, the flat tray will be done. I still got to get the aluminium sheets for the floor because I'm going to sheet it with alloy, just keep it light as possible. I want the frame of the tray and canopy out of steel, but all the doors and floor will be alloy. So spend the next week or so doing that. That'll be the flat tray done, so at least it'll look like a ute again. And then we'll move on to the canopy. So, well guys, thought I'd give you a look. Just nice afternoon. We got big meat pie in the oven, big family one. We got chips in the deep fryer. Couldn't find Em. Isabel points out, she's down the back. Surprise, surprise. Trying to befriend cattle. What?
She's putting syrup on bread.
Yeah, she's feeding them all that bloody syrup. They've never got no syrup either.
So if we have pancakes and we have no syrup.
Yeah, no syrup. But it's her thing. Loves her animals. She'll find them wherever she goes. But she'll have them the next day or so. They'll be eating out of a palm of her hand. So I'll go back to cooking some chippies for tea and have a relax. I'll give you a bit of an update tomorrow on the tray. We got a bit done today. But I've got to go to town and get some bolts and that, so I'll give you a look at that tomorrow. See you in the morning. Alright guys, so just starting work in the morning. As you can see, we got the main rails on. They're all mounted up to the front tray brackets. We just got to make new rear tray brackets and rear fuel tank brackets. Am's starting welding now. Give you a look at the welding away. So once we weld all these out, we've got some tray brackets there to weld out, and then I'll sit them all on there and give you a look at what we're actually doing, how it takes place. But we'll get them on the welder for a while and weld everything out, and I'll give you a look when we're done. Alright, so brackets are all made. I just got to grind up one more. I'll just give you a look at it. Give you a look at, where is it? It's gone. There it is. Right, so we just knocked those up. Em's welds turned out pretty good. Hopefully I'm aiming the camera in the right spot. But yeah, so just knocked up two of those. Show you what they do. So they just sit across the rear cross member there, rear tray bracket. And then around this side, this back fuel tank bracket sits up on there, and that'll bolt down here. I'm just going to drill a hole there. So they'll become rear fuel tank brackets and the rear tray mounts. And then I've just got to remake this front piece here, because this back fuel tank used to originally mount up to the tray, but I want it to be chassis mounted, so that way when the tray comes on and off and we're doing this job, the fuel tank can stay there, car stays drivable. So I'll grind up the last bracket, put it in, drill a few holes, bolt it all in, and that's the fuel tank mounted up again, enough so we can pick up Isabel. But then we just got to knock up that front bracket, and that's that tank mounted, and then that'll be the main supports for the tray, those two front rails bolted in place, and then I can start putting the front and rear beams and side rails and everything on it. So see you soon. Alright, so I thought I'd just give you a quick look, bit of an update before we get started today, because between today and the weekend I've got Deepak coming out, so he's going to give me a hand to knock a heap of it over as well. But yeah, so I thought I'd give you an update on the tray. The basic frame is done. We just got to weld in all the cross supports. So I've got to mark out where the fridge slides are going, where the batteries are going, where the false floor and drawers are going at the back, just to sort of put cross braces, joists in the floor to marry up with those, and I'll put roof nuts in to bolt everything in. But I'm not going to fill the whole floor with braces because there's no real weight on the floor. In the back, all the weight's on the false floor, and in the front it's only the fridge slides, so I'll just put joists where they are. But yeah, so we've got 40 by 40 runners. As you can see here, we've got 2 bits of angle, so the doors will close in against that there, so that'll be the ceiling surface, nice flush edge for the doors. 65/35 end bars, and then it'll be 25 by 25 rails, like joists across it. So today basically we're just gonna sit all the joists in place, weld all them in, and then tomorrow we've got to go pick up a heap more steel and start making the canopy frame itself. Once the trays, basically all the joists are in, we're going to sit it back on there, mark out and weld in the bracings and the mounts for the front fuel tank. Because the back fuel tank, like I said, it's chassis mounted now, but the front fuel tank I'm still going to have it hanging off the tray. So we've got to weld in those, get that happening. Order the water tanks. We got a 70 going in, a 54 and 220s. So the 220s will be the under tray tanks, one each side at the back. Oh, I just hit something in the roof. There's a 70 laying flat here up in this front section. We've got a 70 and then a 54 this way here. So we've got to get them ordered so I can start making the saddles and the mounts and everything on the tray for them, mocked up. But I'll give you a look again over the weekend as we start getting further and further through it. So we've got the tray frame done. I've got a couple bits to do, but I'll show you that in a sec. And the canopy frame itself is basically all mocked up. Everything's welded out, so we're back driving it again. We've got the 2 runners for the fridge slides, got the bracing for the batteries in the middle. We've still got to put in mountings on this side and the front and back for the under tray box, water tanks at the back. We've got to put the brackets in for this fuel tank and the 2 water tanks. So we just got to make them and put them all in. And then I've got basically another 2 bars to put in here. One at the mezzanine floor height and one at the false floor height. And then the rest of the internal framework I'm going to do out of aluminium, so it keeps the weight down. But the whole tray and canopy itself so far at this point weighs probably 60 kilos, 70 kilos. So I'm just sort of keeping that weight down. Because of the false floor and everything in the back, the actual flooring doesn't need lots of bracing because there's no actual weight on the false floor. On the actual floor, all the weight's on the false floor. But yeah, so just got to wait for the water tanks now so I can mock up all the brackets for them. I've got to put the pole in here because the personal door for us to get in and out is going to be in the back, and the spare tyre on this side. So things coming along. Hope you guys are enjoying it anyway, but just as far as the build video goes in the canopy anyway. So yeah, a bit of a pro. Alright guys, final check-in for this video. We've had a couple of down days, as you can see. We've had a lot of rain. We've had like what have we had, like over 200 mil in the last week and a half? Like nearly 300 mil, so we've just been having a bit of downtime. But yeah, so canopy update. We got the top floor in, so Isabel's bed. We got our floor in, our bed. We got some bracketry in for the water tanks. That's going to be hard to see until I get the tanks in there. Rear door, so this will be our personal door to get in. Top step and in you go. Spare tyre rack's done. We knocked all that up on the weekend. But it's time to lift off now and put on some trestles, and it'll stay off until we're done. But we're just finishing up making the bottom part of the tyre rack. Once it's all welded up and I grind it, I'll sit it on there so you can get a visual of how it sits. But I just thought I'd give you one more look at them welding before we call it the end of this video, and I'll give you a look at the tyre sitting on there.
Yeah.
And then I think it's time we get out in Bundy and start doing a few things. So the next video will be
exploring.
We'll go and do some stuff. So looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Oh, go on, run a weld. Give them a look. So basically what we're doing is making a tray for the tyre to sit in that'll bolt to the bottom cross member of the tray, and then it'll bolt to the top.
To take a bit of the support.
Take a bit of support, but yeah, so
These babies are beautiful.
got a couple of nice welds there.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
I'm just going to weld that out, I'll linish it up and sit it on and give you guys a look. But yeah, so start. Alright guys, so calling it quits for today, but I did say I'd give you a look at the spare tyre bracket when it was all done. So we've got our spare tyre back now. So that's what we're making before, this bottom rack here for the tyre to sit in. So the weight is evenly spread between this base bracket and the main tyre support bracket. I just gotta get some wheel studs. We're heading to town tomorrow, so get some wheel studs and that's completely finished off then. And then when we get home from town, it's tray back off. We're gonna start making some front fuel tank brackets, some water tank brackets, but that'll all be in the next build video. But keep an eye out next week for Bundaberg brewed drinks. We're gonna go there, check out that, have a tasting. You can sit down and have a tasting of all the Bundaberg soft drink range. A lot of it you can't actually buy in stores, so it's pretty cool. So we're gonna do that, and you leave with a 6-pack in it.
Yes.
A 6-pack of
your choice. It's a pick and mix.
Any flavour.
So you don't have to just get a 6-pack of one flavour. You just go to this big wall and just pick out whichever.
Whatever you want. So we're going to do that. I think Em and the girls are going to Sharon Nature Gorge. So they're going to have a look there, and we'll probably find a couple other things to do in that video as well. So tune in for that one next week. And don't forget to like this video if you liked it. Let us know what you think of the build. If you want to see more in depth of the build, let me know. I don't know whether you want to see us actually building it, or just these progress things like I've done in this one. But just let me know what you think and what you want to see, basically. You got to tell me. So yeah, like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel, helps us out, lets us know that we're doing the right thing, and we'll see you next week.